Fire Radio.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aerial XL, built to make sure your rig is seen when it matters most. On scene, visibility saves time and prevents confusion. Aerial XL's illuminated number boards cut through the dark, the smoke, and the chaos, so command and incoming units know exactly where you are. From a truck stage down the block to an engine at the hydrant, your company's identity is clear and unmistakable. Installation is simple, the build is rugged, and every board is engineered for maximum visibility and durability. Aerial XL helps your department stand out, be seen, and stay safe. Check them out at aerialxl.com. That's AIRELXL.com, or call 855-700-0125. Aerial XL, because being seen makes all the difference. And we're up, just like that. The record button is hit, but I was just saying, Bob, I have seen firsthand the impact you've made on the students that come through your program. The Taking It to the Streets class, I've been through it. I've seen it several times. I've talked to guys that have lined up to take that class, and I know that you guys make an impact every single time you deliver that class. And we were talking about legacy and what, I don't know, like what is the legacy that we all leave behind? And obviously, Bob, with so many things that you're involved with, there is, it is a rocky road, man. There are incredible highs and incredible lows throughout, right? But that's life, right?
It absolutely is.
The one thing I can say is I've never seen you back down. The other thing I can say is that I've seen you take issues head on, and you don't apologize for who you are. And I think that's important. I really do.
I never have. I am who I am, man. You don't have to like. It doesn't bother me that you don't like me, and I say it all the time. It's, if you don't like me, you truly don't know me. And I give everybody the opportunity to get to know me. I make myself widely available to our audience or whoever.
Not afraid to hand out your phone number on social media.
I put it there all the time. I try to open up for questions on Sundays because I get a lot of DMs, and it's hard. It's hard answering all of them. You know how it is. So I try to, line questions up. I don't hide who I am from my parents to my kids to my friends to my life to the food I like to eat to the sports teams I follow. It's my humor. It's what it is. So I don't. If you don't like me, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But I challenge anybody to get to know me. But when it crosses the line to like threatening my children, that's where I have to say that enough is kind of enough sometimes. And
sure.
For us to do Taking to the Streets, first off, I named it Taking the Streets from a Doobie Brothers song, and I didn't know the acronym was going to be TITS. I didn't know that.
I didn't even think of that. That's hilarious.
So, sorry, I don't know. Like, I'm a heterosexual male who, like the rest of heterosexual males, probably enjoys tits. So I'm
okay with it. I'm okay with it.
It's not, I wasn't like, oh my God, let me come up with this wild, it wasn't like that. But
I love it.
To do that weekend, it is a undertaking. It absolutely is, because we hand build everything. There's a lot that goes into it. It's the amount of screws I use to put things together. It's insane. But, we enjoy doing it. Again, it's the undertaking, and the older I get, the busier my children grow. Life gets busy. It's harder to pull. We were doing 2-3 a year. I can't do that anymore. Maybe one a year we'll be where we're at, and then I kind of scale down to the night moves, the Friday Night Light thing.
Right.
When I'm a huge Bob Seger fan, night moves are. I always wonder when Bob Seger wrote Night Moves, that he realized that he changed the life and probably got so many people laid in the wake of that. So, I know people that are really good with like making memes and putting my face on the Bob Seger Night Moves album cover was the way to go with that. But it feels good to make an impact. It does. When it comes to fire training, I'm there. We're there for the student or the participant. I don't see it any other way. And I think that's where maybe personally I don't jive with the rest of the people that are out there teaching in certain regards. And there's some really amazing classes out there. There really is. And there's some really high impact guys making some high impact changes and doing some really neat things. However, it just some of it isn't my scene, and that's okay. And that's why I kind of try to run things on my own. It seems to be wherever we go, we're always given the, Colonel Clink of site safety guys, and with the exception of the Jimmy Ellis weekend, which was just recently, those guys in Cranberry were amazing, and their site safety guys are psychopaths when it comes to building fires. We felt very welcomed, and I can't say enough about those guys. They are just cool people, and for you being the apparatus buff that you are, I mean, Pierce made a cranberry color for them, which is, I mean, that's cool as shit if you ask me.
Good culture out there, man. Really good culture.
They're great dudes. I mean, it's not their fault that they're Penguins fans. It's an identity crisis. They did get me to wear a Penguins jersey. They tried to get me to wear a Penguins jersey, and I turned around and saw it was a Lemieux jersey, and I said, all right, Lemieux's a good dude. Does cancer research and stuff like that, being a cancer survivor himself. So
anybody that knows you knows the Philly blood that you bleed, man.
Hey, man, I'm the window behind me is staring towards South Philadelphia right now.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. No, it's good. I don't not like doing it. It's just my views and how I view it has, I guess, my opinions that are experience-based opinions from what I've been through, in this ride, and how I do it are just different to me now. And that has nothing to do with any participants of our classes ever.
Yeah, I want to say this, right? Like I said before, I mean, I've seen you guys teach. I've been through some of the evolutions in your classes and so on, and I've seen the hands-on approach that you guys take with the kids that line up to take your class. And the one thing that always stood out to me when I watched and participated was the level of delivery you give each kid or firefighter that comes through your care. You guys are in 100% on each student that comes through. I've seen extra time, extra evaluations, extra sets, extra reps, just to get these kids more proficient, because you know it and I know it. And I know you know it more than I do, but realistic fire training for our basic firefighters from at the bottom level is almost non-existent. We're not teaching the skills that need to be taught today under the conditions of which they need to become accustomed to. But I have seen what you guys do, and you guys bring forth at least a higher level of training to these kids.
It's not anybody's fault per se. Like I don't blame fire instructors. I don't. And excuse me, I was recently accused of talking shit on Fire 1 instructors, and I my hat's off to everybody. I actually recently returned to the Camden County Fire Academy to do Fire 1 and Fire 2. I just taught a Fire 2 lecture last week. So it's more of like, hey, let's be part of the solution, not part of the problem type thing for me. That's where I was mentally with that. However, it's curriculums. It's what's written. It's, and you're not going to change that. The people, the old guard that holds the keys to the fire service are very set in their ways, and that's fine. That's what it is. I can't control that, and it's what sparked me to start this. However, I take my demented mind when it comes to firefighting and, jot some notes down for each station, and my guys make the station what it is. They make it a working fire.
Yeah.
The station isn't about check boxes. You're going into a working fire, and depending on what class it is, what station it is, how much time we have, we might let you go in blind, watch you make mistakes, and then correct your mistakes and let you go back in on what you learned. We have very different approaches when it comes to stations and how we want you to learn. And I think the biggest advice I could give to anybody who's a fire instructor is you got to be able to read the room with the experience level you have. And the one thing I do, and I do it on purpose, when we do TITS, day one, because firemen are always going to stand next to their friends, I count off and split you up with people you don't know. And that also makes an impact, because somebody could come to my class that has a level. I'd give a shout out to my guys from New London, Connecticut that came to my class. They're maniacs, instantly love them. We have very dark sense of humor with each other. They're great human beings, but I put them together in the second day, but I could tell them dudes were into it and ate up and just great guys. And I wanted to split them up on the first day so they could be with people that maybe didn't have their experience level, and they could help them as well. And there's always a method to my madness, especially when I'm doing that. And I take the time. We do as a group. We collectively go over people's turnout gear, tell them what they're wearing. If something's useless, they don't need, take it off. Make sure that it's safe and wearing their gear properly, things like that. So we try to start at the bottom and work up.
But it's always designed with the student in mind, right? Like you're looking at the individual delivery, but you're looking at the individual, and you're saying, okay, this is what we want to offer them today. I mean, I think about it this way, right? I think about our Fire One programs today, and you're right, it's curriculum based, and so it is failing some of our kids. I look at it this way: we had a kid, he was hooking ceilings, and I said, "Where'd you learn how to hook ceilings?" He's like, "I haven't." And he was right out of the fire academy. And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "We don't do overhaul in the fire academy." He goes, "We go through a class on theory, and they show us on an open bay wall, open to here, go to like." To me, not to tell you, but it's neat. Please.
It's neat to see that some academies have, because I beat the hook and ceiling thing up very hard.
Yeah.
And it's neat to see that some people have implemented that, and I love it. Great to see.
No doubt.
I love it. I love it as well. I'll see people building fires on the socials, and they got a pallet rack and they got 10 pallets on top of this, and it's not I get it. It looks cool. The video of the fire looks probably so cool, right? But in theory, you can do the same thing when you get the superheated air at the top and use hay. So we don't use our fires are an optical illusion. They're intense, but it's not. It's only 2 or 3 pallets. Like, we know how to do it. It's more about air movement, stuff like that. So I think people could really do it locally. You just need somebody to teach them how to do it properly. Like, the fires that I build are things my father showed me, things that Jason Urban has shown me, the wizard. Like, that guy is a master. He runs a symphony orchestra when it comes to building fires. I'm serious. Like, his airflow movement, like, it's great.
That's what it's all about, no doubt.
The wizard, but people, I think fire instructors or firefighters, especially when they've been on a while, or maybe they have some fire experience and dip into the teaching world, are maybe hesitant to show vulnerability in what they don't know how to do properly.
I would agree.
And I think one of the greatest things you can be as a fire instructor is vulnerable to learn new techniques on how to teach. Not the skill set. If you can have the skill set, but if you don't know how to teach it, I always take force plunge, for example. I know how to force doors. I'm not trying to be cocky. We do it often in my city, and I have door props, but I'm not your guy to stand on the door prop and teach force plunger, because I feel like I sound like a blubbering idiot when I explain it. So I take somebody that explains it better and puts them there. It's really that simple. I try to stay in my lane of what I'm teaching, and if I might know how to do this skill, I might be great at this skill, I might be so confident with it, but my delivery when I'm teaching it might not be good, so I bring somebody else in to do it.
I love what you said before. You mentioned the guys from New London, right? You mentioned the guys from Cranberry. The fact that you recognize the individual students, firefighters that are coming through your programs, and recognizing them by department, I think speaks to the buy-in you have for the guys and girls that are coming through your programs. I want to go a little deeper on that, because how hungry we often talk about how bad it is today. We talk about the bad of the fire service, and then I look at dialed in training programs that truly are giving a valued experience to the people that are willing to come on their own time and dollar and you give them the return, right? You recognize them and their drive and ambition to do more, and you give that to them. I think about the upside of the fire service, about how hungry and prepared and excited these students are that are coming through. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. I'm always kind of surprised at what people are hungry for the most. You know, people come to the class for different reasons. And
talk about that. What do you mean?
So take a metal cutting station, for example. Like if I go to work tomorrow and they're like, Bob, you got to go take these guys to cut metal, I'd be like, I'd rather go get a root canal. Like that doesn't sound exciting to me. Right. But
yes,
you know, some of these people come and they're like, wow, that metal cutting station was awesome. And I'm like, out of everything you went through, like you're bringing up the metal cutting station.
You like cutting roll downs and locks. Yeah.
If you think about that, they probably have never had the hands-on time with a saw. So it's okay. So point is, like, people come for different reasons, and I just try to fill their reason. I try to experience a realm of a working fire and break it down into stations.
It's exciting though, isn't it? Like to see these guys come in and they're fired up, ready to go.
The funny part is, if people knew what happened behind the scenes, like we're running around like maniacs. Like if one thing breaks and Jeffrey's working on another thing that's broken, and we got to like peel off and fix it, like we're like MacGyver.
Right.
The shit I can do to fix a water can, bring it, dude. Like it's because they break, and we got to like we never wanted to interrupt the program. It's like a circus behind the scenes. It's a goddamn circus.
But isn't that, like, again, that goes to giving the best possible opportunity or experience to the kids that come?
You paid the money. I'm gonna bring it. I'm absolutely
you have to.
And it's and if you're coming to me at when we rent Westchester out and it's our facility for the weekend, and you're coming to me, I'm making it my experience. You're not leaving. It's all inclusive. Food's there, water's there. There's extra porta potties. There's dumpsters. There's air fill station. And then at the end of the day, you bet your sweet ass there's a cooler past Blue Ribbon, and feel free to hang out and have a beer with us, and we'll sit there and talk shop with you until the sun comes out.
I've seen it. Seen it.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, at the end of the day, of cracking a beer and talking to your students. I do it. When I go to anywhere that I go to lecture at a conference, I literally, at the end of my lecture, I would say, I'm going to be at this bar. Please come and hang out with me.
Yeah. What's the reward for you? What is it about? I mean, because listen, and we're going to go down this road in a little bit with the toxicity and the fire service and all this bullshit and so on. And we kind of talked about it just up front, but we went down this road. But I want to ask you, for you personally, Bob, like, what's the reward for you? Like, because I know this is not an easy road for you, and I know there's been tremendous pushback on every level, and you're not apologetic about who you are and what you guys do. And I'm standing here, and I've seen what you guys do and the impact you've made on firefighters, and so I know the value. But what's it for you? What's the reward for you? Why do you keep doing? Why are you still doing this?
It's probably a mental health issue, to be honest with you. The reward would be knowing that we helped somebody.
Yeah.
We made them better. And the messages that I get that I don't even share. Right. Because somebody felt that they can open up to me privately about a situation that they had, that's the reward. It really is. And is it a gift wrapped in sandpaper? You bet your fucking ass it is, man. Like it's tough. Every week brings a new level of dramatic bullshit my way. The things I hear about myself that are absolutely, it's sometimes funny, sometimes like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think it's the impact. It's an impact. I can equate it to my job. And the greatest satisfaction that I have ever had in my career is passing on what was passed on to me, and then watching it unfold at a fire. And having somebody that was in my company and I'm not even their captain anymore, and they're in a different company, and I hear that they're on the fire ground and they're a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That means I did something. I completed a task. I don't want the legacy or the impact to be anything but that. Mm-hmm. And like I said before, like me, hate me, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
But I know this about you.
The level it's become has crossed insanity. And have I self-destructed many things? Absolutely. The end of the job thing. I was drunk the entire time. I was going through a bad time. And that was probably the worst version of myself that has existed. Well, I got a little worse before it got better. But I can't change time. I can only apologize for it and moving on. But the fire service is a funny way of remembering you on your worst day and not your best. So I have many friends that people probably wouldn't want to be friends with, but I know their bad qualities, but I only see their good qualities. And I guess it's just how I am. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that. And I don't I'm not asking for forgiveness or whatever, but it's more of just, it is what it is, man. And
are you comfortable talking about this?
Yeah, we can go as deep as you want into it.
No. I mean, the reason why I asked that question is, because you are pretty forthcoming, and I know there's a lot of other guys that have had struggles or have struggles right now. And, all right, we're back. I'm having some issues.
That's all right.
So I wanted to ask you. You mentioned, I mentioned, are you comfortable talking about this? And I think so many people have had their own struggles, and I think what's really interesting is you are in the public eye. I mean, you're a controversial guy who pushes the envelope at times. Your guys certainly love to have a good time, and you guys are this incredible band of brothers that I'm friends with so many of them and value my friendships with them. You guys are who you are, and I think that's probably why you're so relatable. But it puts you in a public eye, and for you to publicly talk about some of your struggles along the way, I think can hit so many people in so many different ways, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about anything. If I can help somebody, I can help somebody. There's this, you can tell, you ever hear somebody got to meet their hero or a celebrity,
and then they're let down.
They're let down, right? Yep. And
don't ever meet your hero.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like me having what I have, that I think being open and clear is important. But yeah, I mean, I've struggled with this. It's consumed my life in a way that led me in a very bad direction. It's ruined so many opportunities for me. It's ruined things, and a lot of it is my own doing. And we took a year off. I said I gotta stop. I gotta stop because it's affecting my health, and it was. I was drinking way too much. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating right. I had healthy habits with my family, with my kids, or unhealthy habits, and I had to hit the reset a little bit. And I'm probably in a more clearer frame of mind than I've ever been in, which is great. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a human being. I'm going to make mistakes. There's literally no book on. I didn't go to school for business. I have a bachelor's degree in public safety administration, and the biggest mistake that I did when I started this is I ran it like a fire department, and that caused a lot of issues. I didn't run it as a business,
right?
And there's not a lot of money to be made in it, and which is fine. I didn't do it for money, but you have insurance, you have things that you got to pay for, and things like that. So sometimes making the nut for the insurance can be tough, and I bought a truck. I just gave it back to the bank because we're not working, and I can't afford it. So it's gone through its struggles, and I don't know where it's going to be in a year. But I'm here right now, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you. I mean, thanks for talking a little bit about that, because I just, it's a real story. And I just, people only see a snippet of all of us, right? I mean, I'm out there too. You're out there, right? You guys have made impact along the way, but people don't truly know the individual, or they only see what they want to see and only hear or listen to what they want to see and listen, right? And so, for me, I appreciate you sharing a little bit about that, because I've known you now I look back, our first podcast together was August of 2018.
Yeah, I mean,
that's when you came and visited me in my in-laws' garage. Do you remember that?
Bulkhead above me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's 7 years ago, and it's been a wild ride. It's funny to think that I regret doing this sometimes, probably more often than I'm thankful for doing it.
I believe
because of the extreme negative impact it's had on my career. It's insane, the things that have happened, and now have trickled into my family. My kids getting death threats and things like that. Whatever. It's arguably insane, and I usually, the first question I ask is like, do you need like employee assistance? Are you okay? Like, you're threatening somebody's children. That's how people go to jail, type thing.
I try to wrap my head around the drama that takes place and all the bullshit that's built into the system, and why it's so negative, and why people have to come and attack individuals. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either, and it's fine, because I'm not an attacker. It's not who I am. I don't know. It's whatever.
But you're not going to back down.
Well, if you push me, I'm not gonna push you back. I'm gonna grab you by the throat. That's how I was raised. I was a kid that I was an only child that were raised by parents who were probably 20 years older than the rest of the parents. So I didn't know, like, I faced some challenges as a child, and I never fought back. And I'll tell you what my dad told me before, that when you reach the 20-year mark in your career, you're going to stop giving less fucks, and he couldn't be more true.
That's sound advice, man.
He couldn't be more true, because I truly don't. I've always been the person that says what everybody else is thinking, and that's good, bad. It's caused me a lot of problems. It's taken opportunities from me. I can't help it. It's like a reaction sometimes. But I'm always right. Well, not always, but most of the time. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it. But here's the thing: if you go like, you see people eating like the dark licorice, and you're like, how in the fuck can you, like a Mike and Ike? Like, who eats that, right? Yeah. Like, you're not going to pick that flavor, right? But you don't go and like talk shit about the Mike and Ike.
Right.
Like, go on a smear campaign about it.
Right. You just move on.
Exactly. And in the fire service, people can't do that. And everybody's a fucking expert, and that's great. But the honestly, the worst people are the other fire instructors. Like, if you want to meet the scum of earth, of people that don't treat people properly, go into a room full of those people, because it's unbelievable. I can't even put it into fucking words how disgusting it is, and it's something that I don't want to be around, because it's an extremely toxic environment, and it's like being in a bad relationship. And I think to myself all the time, like, I love the fire service, but the fire service doesn't love me. So, like, is it time for us to break up? I don't know, right? I don't know. And it's draining mentally and physically draining. And especially when you're there and you're being sabotaged, which has happened.
Yeah.
Sabotaging equipment, stealing shit from us, breaking shit on purpose. So we fail. It's happened. I have witnesses. I have receipts. The one thing is I keep receipts for everything. I have a nice file on the computer that I'm talking to, and it's backed up. So it's all good. Again, when it's about me, that's fine. But when it comes and interferes with my family,
I just don't understand that. I just don't get it. I don't understand what the intended delivery needs to be there. Like, what are you trying to get out of it? And I think what's really interesting is, when you think about it in life, when you get pushed, you punch. You don't push back, right? Because, like, if so many of these guys that push and push, they've never actually been punched in the face before.
I said, you can always tell the person that's never had the shit beat out of them. I've had the shit beat out of me.
Yeah, me too. I've been there, right? I get it. And you know what you don't do? Like, you just watch people, even on social media, like fights in the street, and you look at that and you go, that guy should have punched him 10 minutes ago. They keep pushing back and forth. Somebody's going to throw the punch. I don't want to be the first one to get the punch, right? I'm going to be the first one throwing the punch. And the thing is so many of these guys that love to push and push and push have never been punched. And then when you do come out swinging, they don't know how to handle it.
So couple things. One, last year at FDIC, day one, I was at the whistle stop and I was drunk. I didn't eat. Pulled a classic move. I didn't eat. Left the bar. I don't tie my shoes. I've never tied my shoes. It's just not what I do. I tripped over my shoelace and fell on a bunch of construction equipment because Indiana is literally the state where road construction is like their natural resource. And I fell on like all this metal shit on my face. How I didn't lose my teeth is beyond me. I mean, my face was mangled. Day one. And it was witnessed by like 50 people, so I couldn't even come up with like a good story. Like, I'll never forget though, when I'm laying there, this kid ran up to me. He's like, "I'm a flight medic." I'm like, "We're not in the air, dude." Like,
I don't need a ride.
Yeah. The amount of stories that circulated about me were hilarious.
No doubt. I heard him. No doubt. Bobby got the shit beat out of him. He was in the wrong place, wrong time, opened his mouth. Absolutely.
The funnier part is that I probably had 5 canceled gigs because of that.
Really?
Yeah. Because I did what probably everybody else has done in their life. Tripped and fell. Due to having one too many.
Yeah.
And that was actually a turning point in my life that like, I gotta change my relationship with alcohol a little bit. And it worked. I don't, I really helped me out in that regard. But like, damn, dude, I tripped and fell, and like 50 people saw it. So it's just that's how people want the worst out of you, and like that's just what it is. And I have like a healthy relationship with dealing with it. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does bother me at times, because I can't wrap my head around like he hates you. Well, I'm like, I don't even know what he looks like. I don't even know him. Like, I don't. Does he been to my house? Has he met my parents? Does he know my kids? Like, has he eaten chicken cutlets that I made? Like, I don't. It's not. It's something that is it's hard to rationalize. But, and again, so many people don't go to the source. Like, if I hear something about somebody, I usually call them or try to talk to them and be like, "Yo, did this happen?"
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. And the whistle stop has camera footage of me falling, so we watched it over and over again. I laughed. But
did this unhealthy relationship you talk about with alcohol, did you have anybody come up to you and tell you, "Hey, Bob, we're worried about you"?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, many. But I was going through a lot. There's no excuse.
No, I get that. I wonder, there are times in our lives, everybody's had those moments where, you hope that somebody that you trust and love will have a hard conversation with you. But so many shy away from the conversation, or even where I'm going with this is so many just unfriend and walk away, and they're not willing
Well, I
They're
mean,
not willing to put the hard work in to have those
sometimes
conversations.
the behavior will cause that, and it wasn't that bad.
I get that.
It was more of just like I wasn't. There was no like slow down for me, and I had something happen, and I was like, I got to change my ways. But I'm great now. I feel great. It's good. Sleeping a lot better. Everything's good. It's great. And I joke about it. I absolutely joke about it. And I'm a person who will try to help somebody in any way, shape, or form, and I do it on the job, off the job, whatever. Any advice I can get, and I think one of the things in the fire service is that like when you have like a mental health issue or maybe something with drugs or alcohol, that you view changing your ways as having to go to like Camp Cool Out or like a program or whatever. You don't have to do that. There are so many other things you can do to help you get through situations. And one of the things I like to do when I'm facing a situation is reach out to somebody who has been in a similar situation and hear what they did to make it work for them, and then maybe reach out to somebody else who had a similar situation and what did they do to work for them, and try to create my own program and get it to work for me.
Well, it has to be individual care, right?
Sure.
It's got to be for the individual, and everybody's different, so everybody needs
one of the things I had to do was back off teaching.
Yeah,
I had to back away from it a little bit because it was the stress of keeping it moving, keeping it working, paying the bills with it, of the business and that type of thing. And it just was, and my health, your overall physical health. I'm 42. I want to look this good looking.
Yeah.
I'm aging like a Bordeaux, like a fine wine. I want to keep that going,
That's what it is. No doubt. No doubt. I will say this. You have always spoken so highly of the city of Camden, the guys that you ride with, the guys that you've come up with. I mean, just in text messages of you and I back and forth about some things, you are very positive. You're like, that guy's a great fireman. That guy's a good guy.
You got to meet one of the most heroic people I've ever worked with, Will.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, and I was only down there for a day, right? I didn't have much of an interaction with a lot of the guys.
I didn't even show up on purpose.
Right?
I didn't come. Right? I wanted you to raw dog it, man. Feel it yourself.
And I know that your department's a tough department, right? There's funding issues, there's staffing issues, you guys, it's like any other small, mid-size urban department, very busy, everybody's overworked, all of that, right? And yet the guys that I met there absolutely loved one another. You could, at least the guys I was with, you could sense that, but you could also sense their pride and passion they had for the city they served and the ones that they rode with.
Yeah, there's in New Jersey, you're from New Jersey, Camden has a stigma.
Sure.
And I always laugh when I hear a negative or like see a negative comment about it and things of that nature, because you don't know Camden. You don't know the people. It is such a blue collar city.
Yes.
And because of the makeup of the city, how the buildings are laid out, the transient population, the racial demographic, people look at it in a different way, and they couldn't be more wrong. It's you got to get to know, and if you're going to be a fireman anywhere and you're not from that place, like I'm not from Camden, I'm from Collinswood. I'm sitting in Collinswood right now. I just made my transfer. The prodigal son return home, baby. They threw a parade, ticker tock parade. I got the key to the city. But I made it my goal to get to know it, but I didn't get to know it easily. But the guys that I came on with got to know. We're getting ready to come up on our 20 years complete. And I'm organizing a little soiree.
Cool.
And the soiree is in May. I booked the place for May. And I already wrote what I'm going to say. And I can tell you, like, when I walked into that recruit class academy on day one, I never knew. Like, all I ever wanted to be was a fireman, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to do the job. Mm-hmm. And I thought like that was going to be like my gratification. the guys are the gratification. Those 34 human beings that I got hired with are arguably some of the best motherfuckers I've ever met. Don't put us in front of an open bar, I'll tell you that right now. But it's, we're going to drink that thing dry. But we love each other. We legitimately have man love for each other. Like, hug and kiss each other, man love. And it's like, I can't put it in words what that means, what that feels, what that is. And it's, if you transition that into like the instructor world, like, I don't know what these guys, what they're like at their jobs or how they are at their jobs or whatever. But, sometimes when you hear like, oh, that guy's an asshole at work, you might hear him an asshole, but you'll probably hear it in a good way. Right. So the impact on my job is the thing that means the most to me. And it's, my peers, my coworkers, and it's funny. I wrote the flyer up I got somebody to do it for me. And I put on there the most effective recruit class in Camden Fire Department history. I did it on purpose to fuck with people, like, because that's what we say that, like,
Yes.
we have. There's so many guys that are captains, battalion chiefs in my recruit class. It's crazy. Like, the impact we've had on our department has been, and we went through a lot. We got laid off. Nobody. I don't know many fire departments that can say that they had 34 guys laid off and all returned, and we're still united. It means something.
If you ever wanted to see the inside of a fire apparatus manufacturing facility, well, now's your chance. On Tuesday, September 23rd, HME Aaron's Fox and the Dingus Fire Company are teaming up for a joint open house in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Join us for an all-access pass to the HME factory, where you'll walk the floor and see firsthand how fire apparatus are built. From the raw materials to final assembly, you'll witness the craftsmanship, the attention to detail, and most importantly, the people who pour their pride and skill into every truck that leaves the line. You'll also experience a live demonstration of the SAM water control system and get hands-on time with their latest rigs during their drive and ride event. From there, we'll visit the Grand Rapids Fire Department's brand new station, check out their brand new HME Aaron's Fox Core 62 engine. So do me a favor, mark your calendars. Come join me on September 23rd in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Come see the process, meet the builders, experience the future of fire apparatus with HME Aaron's Fox and the Dingus Fire Company. There's so much there, because just the passion alone in your voice as you talk about it.
I love them guys.
It's authentic. Like, this is real. And this is what I was getting at, right? And I'm so glad you kind of took it and went down this road, because I was leading you there with this, because through your own trials and tribulations and your ups and your downs, it all comes back to helping and being a part of the guys around you. And I know that you've made an impact on them and they've made an impact on you. And that's what this is really all about.
It means the world to me. It probably has ruined things in my lives, like, romantic relationships. Obviously, I'm at the downswing of my career, and I absolutely am looking forward to retiring and exploring other things in life.
Yeah.
But the pride that I have for my job, the pride that I have for the people I work with, is something I can't recreate the feeling. I can never put it into words. And it's still, even like you said, like, we do go through rough times at work financially. It's what it is, but it makes us who we are.
Yes.
And, especially right now, like the apparatus thing going on, work can be a pain in the ass sometimes, changing over a couple times and, being out of service to the shop while they're trying to fix something. The morale is definitely day to day with certain things, but I still can't wait to be there and be with the guys. There's when the fire service realizes that the people are what it is, and that it's always going to be the people, and we got to keep investing in the people, then maybe it'll be a better place. But I don't know how to make that happen. It can be contagious if it's done in the right way. I obviously don't know how to do it. So
I love it, and only not too long ago did I have a conversation with a friend that's close to me that said, like, man, it's all about the guys we do this with. And I never really thought about that, but the stories always hit better when you're with the right guys. Going to a fire is always better when it's the right guys with you, right?
There's
It's about the people.
There's no doubt about it. It's there's no doubt about it. However, you need to, if you're, at the time in your career where I'm at, you need to start planning, and you're on the backswing. You need to start making sure that the legacy that the program that you work in is passed on, and the legacy continues.
Yes.
It's crazy to me that how many people are out there that are in their 60s and can't give this shit up, and they're so afraid to just pass it on. They're so afraid to have somebody else doing what they do, and I can never wrap my head around that, because to me, like the transition of it and moving it forward should be what it's all about, right? And I'm looking forward to the day where I'm like, that was awesome. See you guys. I'll see you at the monthly luncheon, and that's it. Like, it's, Elvis has left the building. Like, it's something that I'm looking forward to, because it has to happen. There's an expiration date on you, man. Like, don't clog the drain, move on. And think of, if you're in the athletics and you're in the sports like I am, and you watch somebody play too long and you watch the demise of their career, it's painful to watch, especially when they were like awesome at one time, and it's painful. I don't want to be that guy. I would like to go out on top, and if I see that a moment is my top moment, delete.
There's a lot there, Bob. I like that. I like it. Let me ask you this. I know a real big influence in your world is your dad.
Yes.
And I love
arguably the biggest pain in the ass of my life. Yes.
Yes, of course. I've met him. I've met your mom.
My adult children, Bob and Linda, that live 4 blocks over. Yeah, they're great.
You on social media have a habit of posting things from your childhood about your dad or you or so on. But the impact that your dad made on you as a kid with the fire service truly is rooted in your love for it today, right?
Yes, absolutely. However, as I go on in my career, I do realize I can remember moments of maybe how like my dad was, and I'm like, wow, like I'm feeling what he was feeling. And
really?
Yeah. But I think it was more of watching him, observing him, and as I get older and as my career goes on, I definitely have faced things that he has no experience in facing, meaning like things that, like when I got laid off or things like that, like he didn't go through things like that. He's always, he can be there for like positive reinforcement, but he's not the guy to go for advice about that because he didn't experience it. But
right.
It's more of just watching the respect that people have for him because he gave them respect. It's a two-way street with him. And the best lesson my dad has ever taught me about leadership is you work for your people don't work for you.
Right.
And that's my whole premise when I'm at work. Like, these are my guys, and what can I do to make their day better?
I see it. I mean, you post a picture of you and your guys after a fire, and you're like, hardest hitting guys. These guys crushed it, knocked it out of the park.
They make my job so easy. It's not even funny, to the point where it's like the running, everybody hears a joke, hey, just sit in the cab and talk on the radio and hit the pedals. Sometimes I just do that. I don't really need to do much. It's the last fire I was on, I was off last tour for that. Other than getting on the radio and asking for a few things, I didn't physically exert myself once. I pointed my flashlight in a direction, and that was it. Because I didn't have to. These guys are just on. They won't let me do anything, and that's cool. But I mean, I miss working. But it's like, I don't have to. I don't have to because they want to, and it took a little while to get there because we were kind of like picked and dropped in together and had to, we had to form relationships and grow and things like that. But we're high speed, low drama, baby, and we eat on time. We eat on time, baby. Do not mess with our meals.
Don't mess with our meals.
But yeah, it's just it's that's for my father.
Yeah.
To give me that has been something that has truly helped me out throughout my career, and has got me through hard times, has got me through really hard times, and just to see my guys just perform and it's so satisfying. There's the satisfaction in it is something that you can't really put into words. We had a good fire last year. We pulled up. We had people hanging out of the windows on arrival, and more people run out of the front door saying there was more people inside. It was very chaotic when we pulled up, and they just worked, man. I didn't have to tell them much, and when they got the award for it because they deserved it, it was felt so good to see them get recognized for that situation because they deserved it.
Yeah, well said. I see your son is starting to pick up the family roots of the fire service.
Yeah, he's got the firehouse tonight, man. Yeah, he's in it.
Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't. He kind of hit me. He hit me with it on this one day, and I said, I thought to myself, I'm going to take the same approach my dad did and just drop him off and not get involved. But however, I said, I am going to pick where you're going to go. So I reached out to over at Haddon Heights, Barrington. They just consolidated their fire departments, and my dad was actually the fire official there for, I want to say 10 or 15 years after he retired. And they're great dudes. They're very old school. I reached out and dropped him off, and he's been going. He's got a job now, so in the summer he didn't make everything because of work, but he had to take a test to ride and all. He's a very, very, very good kid, and we'll see where it goes. There's literally no pressure. He can do what he wants with it, but he's having fun.
Good. I think it's important for them to find their way. My daughter too. My daughter Lily. I mean, I never expect. She's my youngest, and I couldn't believe it when she said, "I want to get in on this." And I don't think it's her future. She wants to be an attorney, and all these ambitious desires, and so on. But I know what it's done for me, and and we all have our highs and lows in it. But I look at what it's done for me just with the camaraderie and the storytelling and the people that I've got to meet along the way. And if she can get just a small sampling of that during her time in the fire service, it's an absolute win. I mean, that's what I want for her, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's they don't let in any bullshit over there, so he's in a good spot. And if he wants to grow on it, then we can grow on it and take it in a different direction if he wants to. And there's places he can go to get more experience and things like that. But right now he's happy and he's doing his thing. So I'm happy about it. I'm happy what they're doing over there with him. And good dudes.
What's next for Bobby Eckert?
Well, I got to take this goddamn promotional exam, so I'm studying for that again because I'm going to die on this list because people won't retire. I'm kind of just shut down my life for that for now. That's rumored to be the first week of November or second week of November.
Does that come easy for you?
Studying?
Yeah.
No, I'm really angry doing it because there's guys who won't retire, and it should have already been over with.
Yeah, you're already on the test is coming up again, right?
Yes, you got to retake the test because list expires.
Right.
Studying has been humbling because I had to shut down my feelings and attitude. And I'll tell you what, that was a tough time the last 2 years because of this. That was one of the reasons why I was so friggin' angry at work, and it was tough going there, and it's been, and I had to get over myself. I had to just be like, you know what, you got to just suck it up, Buttercup. And it's been good. My kid's been helping me study, which is funny. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You can't take it personal. I did for a little while, but that was my own fault. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to get that out of the way. We're going to do some things in 2026, and we'll see where it goes, man. The last 2 years have been an interesting ride for me, transitionally into a different aspect of my life, and I'm just trying to get settled. And taking care of my parents was never on my bingo card, and moving again wasn't on my bingo card. I'm never moving again. I'm dying in this house. I don't.
That's it, huh?
If I can't walk, I'm gonna blow my brains out because I'm not. Because there's steps up to my house. I'm never moving is probably the worst thing. And the funnier part is I emptied the other house. Like, walked, there was nothing in it. I can't find shit. It's bothering me. But yeah, I'm just trying to get settled, and that's it, man. I'm enjoying the time with my kids that I have, and
I think that's important, man.
I have Bobby's a junior.
Yep.
Kennedy and Ryan are in 8th grade. They're going to be in high school next year. Reese in 2nd grade.
Right.
So anybody who knows those ages, they're doing all kinds of shit. And I was missing a lot of stuff because I was on the road. That, and I don't want to do that anymore. So it's more of, if we're going to be out there, it's going to be on my time when I can do it. And I think one of the biggest mistakes I made is I felt like I had to be at certain places, and looking back on it, I didn't have to be there. And I lost time. And I think time's the most valuable commodity out there, and I don't want to do that again. And I'm really exploring other hobbies in my life and doing things that are very non-fire service related, which has been very good for me. And I'm trying to get back into surfing a little bit.
Nice.
Surfboard. My love for trains, which is so fucking weird because people think like I got like
what? Wait a minute, let's dissect this. I'm a trained kid. Are you kidding me? I didn't know this.
Not model trains, like, and I don't I don't like take. There's people that do that. I'm not taking a shot at you. Take pictures. Like, I want to like ride them.
Yeah.
The mechanics of them, like, it's into it. So like I watched
like the old steam. Like, I could watch YouTube videos for hours on like old steam trains and like shit like that.
That's a little weird. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. No, it's not that. It's like I like to go to the ones that are out there and ride them.
Oh, that's cool.
The scenic views and stuff like that. Like, that's like my second career. I really think I'm going to maybe do something with the railroad. I don't know. Like, I'm serious, man. There's something about it. It's really weird, and I didn't always have it. And when I'll tell you how it happened. When I was living in my old house, it was like a Saturday, or it was a Sunday. I didn't have the kids, and somebody blasted a pole like down the street, and like cable was out, and internet was out, and I didn't really have anything to do. So the only channel I got was public PBS,
right?
And the train show was on, and I'm like, look at this shit. The next thing 15 minutes later, I'm a fucking monthly contributor for the book, right? I got the book coming to my house. Now I'm a big PBS guy. I got to watch my train show. And I'm like dissecting this book. In every state, it has like every train to ride. So I go to the one in Jersey by myself. I'm like, I have a couple days a month where I'm solo. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go check one of these out. Holy shit, there's a bar car and they're serving steak. And I get to eat a steak, drink a martini, and drive through a scenic route. Sign me up. So I did it a couple times, and then now I'm like, I'm addicted.
I love this.
Addicted. Yeah, I'm addicted. PBS, baby, monthly contributor. they got me. I'm the $10 a month club guy.
How good is something outside of the fire service for you?
Great. It's great. It's always been there. I mean, my love for sports is, when the Phillies played the Mets, I lost my voice screaming at the TV. But it's tougher. It's tougher getting to sporting events and seeing that, and I can watch on TV. I think it's good for something for me to pull away and have tangible. It's really good, and I recommend everybody does it. And I think it's one of the reasons why people don't give this shit up and pass it on is because they don't have anything.
They don't have anything else.
They don't have anything else. Like, now let me tell you something. I was up till 3 a.m. waiting on an eBay auction for a fire photo the other night. Like,
I love that. Yeah,
of course you were. Of course I was. I'm not. It'll always be there. It'll always be there for me. But when I retire from the Camden Fire Department, and Elvis has left the building, I am done teaching. I'm done. I'm not relevant anymore. I don't have any relevant experience to bring to the table, and it's time to pass it on. And anybody, there's a few guys out there, some younger teaching guys out there that have reached out to me, and I've been able to help them out. And like, here, don't do this because I did this, right, and it led me down this road, and it didn't work out, and this, that, and the other. And I'll always be there to help. But dude, when I got back involved in the fire academy accidentally, I was very reluctant for a lot of reasons. You had a lot to say about them for a long time. I still do. I still break the academy's balls. I always will. The public school format of the Division of Fire Safety is absolutely mind blowing to me. I was just down there for the RIT train the trainer, and I'm not taking a shot at the Denver drill or the Nance drill, that's part of the curriculum. But when these incidents happen, we don't have the evolution of the equipment we have now. There's so many things out there that are helpful. But when I was reluctant to go down there, I didn't know, I still don't know, what role I'm going to play there. I kind of just want to go there and teach a module. And I signed up to teach building instruction for Fire 2. Yeah. And I found myself on top of a table with the fluorescent light thing removed, showing these kids how, to check a ballast. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm back in. This is great. I'm doing something that I started doing that made me feel good. And teaching has always been like therapy to me. It's been like therapeutic. But I will never do it at the capacity I'm doing it in when I retire. It's not. It just there's other people out there, man. It's you're on the job. It's the guys that say, well, I'm gonna retire and go teach. Well, you should. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Mixed feelings, mixed emotions. But yeah, it's good. It's been good for me, and I'm excited. And yeah, we'll see.
Listen, man, I'm glad that you found some other outlets too, and that's something that I've been struggling with all the things that I juggle, is finding something for myself. And I always said, these interviews are for me. National Fire Radio, it's me. But I'm coming to realize that it consumes me to a point that it's unhealthy, and I don't have an outlet outside of this, right? And so it's, so there's a couple things that I'm starting to focus on that I just need for myself.
Absolutely.
And I'm starting to do that. And I struggle with that. 48 years old, if you ask me what my hobbies are, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just starting to find them now and starting to make them part of who I am.
I think in your 40s, drinking can't be a hobby.
No.
That was a hobby of mine that I think wasn't good. And there's so much. I'm really excited for this friggin' test to be over with, because there's a few books I want to read. There's a few shows I want to watch, stuff like that. But yeah, man, the world is toxic. It's a toxic place. And we were talking about this at work the other day. I remember growing up, I didn't know what my friends' parents, their political affiliation. I didn't know that. Now
never knew that. Now it didn't matter. Didn't matter.
I didn't even know what was going on in the world, right? And now it's such a thing. So there's a lot of things that turn me off, because that is absolutely a part of it. And I don't like being around that.
You can't be an independent free thinker anymore. You got to be on the team. You got to be on the team, and it's bullshit. I fucking hate it.
It's crazy, man. It's
I
absolutely
agree with you.
And it's fun. I don't know, man. I'm trying to just do things that I like doing, and
that makes me happy
when I have time. And my kids don't afford me a lot of time, Bob and Linda, my other adult children, they don't, they're a pain in the ass. Bob
I
can't
get
even walk.
that.
He's like, I'm gonna go paint. I'm like, what are you painting? What are you doing? So it's life's interesting, but I feel great. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah.
And I'm in a much better place. But yeah, man, I'm just avoiding toxicity. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be around it anymore. And if I'm going to be in an area where maybe it's toxic, I'm going to try to keep it on my terms, type thing.
Yeah.
It's like Wildwood. Going to Wildwood this weekend, right? I don't have a booth down there this year. Well, number one, the prices, greed ruined that whole scene. I am a delegate, so I got to go. But to be honest with you, I already know where I'm going to go to eat. I'm looking forward to just sitting there and relaxing and being away. But however, we're going to be at the Farmers Fetch, and you know how that is. But it's just I'm enjoying this point in my life doing things on my terms.
Good. Well, I think it's deserved, and I want peace and happiness for you, and I want you to find your love of trains to consume you and to find that outlet.
PBS gets you, man. They freaking get you.
You're right.
The guys hold the book. Right. Oh my god! And I'm like trying to find the book on Google. They don't have it. I got to get it from them. They got me, dude. I'm a contributor. I got my card and everything. Card carrying member.
Well, I want to share this as we kind of close. Right? I said August of 2018. It was actually August 14th of 2018.
Bartos photo, yeah.
So you came to my makeshift studio when we first started this thing. You were probably one of the first 20 guests I think that I had on the show, and and from there our friendship, we've always stayed in touch and we've always been friends, and and I think back to that. You shared a very personal story of your injury that you received on the line during the line of duty, while on the line, and you shared that with us, and it was just you were very kind and open and honest, and I really like that about you. And you brought me a couple different things. You brought me a picture of I think a 32 or 64 comb helmet, the Eckert lid, right?
12 comb.
The 12?
12 comb.
Oh, all right. I thought
they only made 63 of them, and I have the 63rd.
Okay. So right. That, and then this photo that I just hung up.
When you think you're awesome, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Bartos. It's a Bartos photo.
And so on the back of it says, to NFR, companies operating on Broadway, Camden, New Jersey, 1968, from Bobby Eckert, August 14th, 2018. This hangs up on the wall in my studio, and this is one of the first gifts. This and the picture of the 12 comb that you gave me. Those two are prized possessions of mine because they're some of the first gifts I was ever given with National Fire Radio.
We had to put some stuff in your lair, man. You know.
We did, yeah, no doubt. And I want to thank you for that, and I want to thank you too for your constant friendship, and you and I've had some deep conversations, some good talks, and so on. But I'm just very happy to see that things are going in a good way for you, and thanks for sharing some of your story today, man. Just catching up with you, it's been good.
The feeling's mutual, man, and again, if I can help anybody, please just reach out, man. There's so many things that we go through that people feel isolated and alone, and it's like when you have something break at your house, right? You talk about it at work, and usually a guy knows somebody who can fix it, right? Or they've had it before, and no, don't do it this way, do it that way. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, a lot of mistakes as recently as my car accidentally getting repossessed, so I could talk you through that situation as well. The bank didn't send over the automatic payments. That was fun. So, there's every problem. I view life as every problem is solvable. You just have to open your mind and ask for help.
Yeah, well said, Bob. Well said. Well, thank you, man. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, brother.
It was good seeing you.
Have fun. I won't see you in Wildwood, but
I won't be there either. So, well, you're going. I'm not.
I'm a delegate, baby. $900.
Yeah, I won't be there. I leave this week for like a week-long trip that I'm on, so through the Midwest. But I hate being gone for September 11th. This is the second year in a row that I won't be with the guys that I was with that day. And anyway, that's a whole nother issue. But Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Good luck on the test.
Thanks.
And congratulations on everything that you're involved with, man. I wish you nothing but the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Stay right here. I'm going to sign off. Come right back to you, okay?
All right.
Guys, thanks for tuning in for another episode of the National Fire Radio Podcast. Like I say at the end of every single episode, take this conversation, take it back to the firehouse, and talk about it. Because when we're talking about the job, we are making the job better. I'll see you at the next one. Jeremy, National Fire Radio.
National Fire Radio.